Hey, what's going on, everybody? A couple of months ago, I got into it with a YouTuber on here. He used to be pretty popular on it, but he stopped making videos. It's kind of his fan base kind of went downhill. But his name was J Love 47. Me and this cat, got into it, and um, like I've said before, I don't like to come on YouTube and go back and forth with people and be arguing because I think that's part of the problem that we have here on YouTube. We're not able to discuss our issues or our disagreements respectfully. You always got somebody want to insult somebody or want to either use you to try to get subscribers or just go back and forth with you. And I think that's ridiculous. But it got to the point where I had to come on and do a video and I had to get on this guy's case. And I had to get on him in a way that wasn't respectful, but remind you that this guy had disrespected me first. And like I've said before, I respect everybody until they disrespect me. Once you disrespect me, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. But he recently made a video addressing some of the comments I made, I guess, towards him when I said that he had female tendencies and he acted like a female. I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys some of this video, and I'm gonna give you my commentary during the video because there was a lot this dude said and a lot that I want to clear up.
But I had logged on to Frank Philly TV, and I saw an old friend was online, Matthew Berger, the guy that I had that big falling out with back in January.
I mean, damn, you gotta say my government, but alright.
And you worry sometimes.
Shit.
But yeah, he blocked me on Facebook. You know, I'm not gonna say what I think about people who block people, but I think it's a sign of weakness. You can't handle with somebody saying and you can't accept the fact that they digging in your fucking ass. So you.
I blocked you because I didn't want to go back and forth with you, and it was ridiculous. I blocked you because you were disrespectful. It had nothing to do with you having a disagreement with me. Because anybody know I don't back down from nobody. If I make a point, I stand by my point, and I'm willing to go against whatever with my point because I believe in what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying is the truth. But all right, we'll continue the video.
Cowardly block them because you just can't take that they giving you the business and you can't handle what they saying because you know it's the truth. I'm not saying that's why he did it. Maybe he just didn't want to go on with the back and forth bullshit that we were doing. But you know, he said something that, and it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, but you know, the black community is very obsessed with masculinity. That's something that the black community is very obsessed with. We expect our men to be extremely tough. The men are not allowed to show emotion. We're not allowed to hug each other. We're not allowed to compliment each other's looks. Homosexuality is something that's very frowned upon in the black hip-hop culture. They actually praise and respect killers, but they actually hate and wish death upon a man who's gay. It's really strange. But that's besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that, you know, if a man was to simply look at another man and say something like, I'd say something that's really not gay at all.
Going back to what he said, that's not just the black community. You know, Americans in general, you have a lot of people who have an issue with people who are homosexuals and gays, lesbians, however you want to slice the dice. That's not just with the black community. You know, I do think he does make a point when he says that in the black community, we're always, especially with the black men, we have to always kind of play the tough guy role. You know, a lot of times we're not able to express the way we feel about certain things. You know, we always have to be the big macho warrior, and this goes back to stereotypes. This goes back to certain images that they placed upon our people within television, within even things like coloring books and things like that. These are the type of images that they put on us. And just within our culture, black men have been always looked at as to not be able to speak the way we want to, express our feelings the way we want to, and basically to stand down from a lot of things. That being said, I don't think masculinity is practiced enough in the black community. We look at the generation now. A lot of these cats out here act like women, and I have to be honest with that. And a big part of it is because of the single parent household. We got a lot of cats that have been raised by nothing but women. And, I come from a single parent household, and some of my male role models coming up were, some of the old school drug dealers. And I had a grandfather that was a big influence in my life. But, I kind of got a lot of different attributes and a lot of different, I would say, overall advice as to how to court yourself as a man from men of different walks of life. So this is something that we need to practice in our community. You got guys out here wearing skinny jeans, dudes twisting their neck, snapping their finger more than a woman. And that's just something that men should not do.
Something like, oh, you have very nice handwriting. People start looking like if you say some shit like that in the hood around some hood niggas and some hood bitches, they'll look at you like, he got nice handwriting. What you trying to say? You flirting with him? You's a faggot. You know what I mean? Like, they'll start bashing you. If you say, yo, dude, I like your sneakers. Them sneakers fly. Like, you look real nice in them sneakers. You're gay. If you look at a dude and say something like, man, I like your haircut. It's a real nice haircut. You're gay. I was looking at the Breakfast Club the other day with...
Now, I think he's being a little extreme on that, because I've seen brothers say, hey, man, I like them kicks you got on, or, that's a fresh cut you got on. And don't nobody look at him like, oh, you're a gay guy or something like that. I think it's how you say it and the way you say it. Now, men don't go around like women and say, oh man, look at your haircut. You look so good now. Damn, all the ladies gonna be after you. Like, that's not that's not something that men do. And I know that J Love, he the brother, I don't know if he goes both ways or he's just all the way gay, but I do know he likes men. And because of that, I think a lot of things that men are not supposed to do, he looks at it like, okay, well, why not? If a woman can do it, why can't a man do it? And there's things that men just do not do. And it could be because you were raised in a single parent household and you didn't have a male role model around where you could talk to, or a good male role model that taught you how to be a man and how to carry yourself as a man. There's things that men do not do. It's not always about double standards. There's things that women do and there's things that men do. And this is just something you learn from your father or whoever is the prominent male figure in your life. But if you never had that, then what's going to happen is that you're going to start taking on women characteristics. You're going to start thinking that the same thing that a woman does, a man can do. And I think that's some of the issues that J Love deals with.
Envy, Charlamagne the God, and Angela. And Trey Songz they was interviewing Trey Songz, and I don't know what video Envy was talking about, but Trey Songz came out with a video where he had a very nice physique. Trey Songz is in shape, he has a nice body, and Envy just simply asked, what is your workout regimen? How did you get fit like that? He liked his shape, and he wanted to know how to get in shape like that. Like, what exactly do you do? What is your training methods? I want to get my body like yours. And Charlamagne the God and Angela and Trey Songz was frowning at him like, you gay, like, ew, that's homo, like, why you looking at his body? Like, so I guess it's gay for a man to admire another man's body. But let me ask you this.
Now, I do agree with what he was saying on that. That was a little homophobic. And like I said, we do have people within our community, but not just within the black community, with races all across the world. That if you ask certain things, they think everything is gay, and everything is you're showing sweet tendencies. But like I said, it's a fine line. That's not with everything, but I didn't see anything. I did see that interview with Trey Songz, and I didn't see anything wrong with asking him, how does he work out and what does he do to keep himself in shape like that. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you hire a personal trainer, they're going to give you the same advice. So, I agree with what he was saying on that.
So strong, and it's like we have to be robots. You know what I mean? We can't show no emotion. We can't be affectionate with one another. If we even give each other a hug, that's too long. Somebody started looking like, my cousin, matter of fact, when he got out of prison, ain't see his homie in a long time. He love this bull. Him and this bull been through a lot of shit. He gives him a hug. Motherfuckers like, they out there hugging a little too long. But I bet if that was two bitches, nobody would say nothing. You see what I'm saying?
And see, that goes back to your family and how your upbringing was. Now, like I said, my grandfather was a big male influence in my life. I can go to my grandfather right now, give him a hug, just like on Father's Day. Took my grandfather out to eat, gave him a hug, told him I loved him. And that was it. It wasn't nothing to it. I didn't feel like I was gay or, I was a fruitcake because I gave my grandfather a hug. So again, that goes back to your family structure. If you were brought up in a single parent household, or you really didn't have that relationship growing up with another man, then that might appear to you as gay. But like I said, it just goes back to your family structure. Let me get to my last point here.
But anyway, me and Matthew Berger had a real crazy argument back in January. I'm sure most of you guys know about it. And, he was saying that I have female tendencies and I act like a female. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't even really remember how it went. But I know he was saying that I act like a female because I got emotional, or I kept going back and forth, and I posted a picture of him on Facebook. One of my friends had used Photoshop and made his picture look really fat, his face look really fat. He said I had female tendencies. And to me, I think that, to be honest, I think you're disrespecting females when you say that petty, childish behavior is womanly. Like, if you associate negative behavior with females, you're disrespecting females by saying that. You know what I mean? Because all females are not catty, all females are not petty, all females...
Now, I never said that all females were catty or all females were petty. What I said, and why I said that you were acting like a female, is because that's what women do. Women go back and forth with each other. Oh, you bitch, I hate you. I can't stand your tackhead ass. And go back and forth with each other, arguing about bullshit. When men get into it, or we have a disagreement, or I don't like you, you don't like me, we go our separate ways. I don't have time as a grown man to be sitting up there going back and forth with you, arguing about bullshit and really about nothing at the end of the day, or simply because of the fact that you disrespect me. I don't have time for it. So for you to keep going back and forth with me and trying to egg the situation on, that's something that a woman does. It's like if you get into it with your girlfriend and you like, you know what, baby, I'm going to just go take a walk right now because I don't want to say or do something that I'm going to regret. And she keep getting in your face trying to egg you on and say, oh, fuck you, you ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. That's something that women do. So that's why I say you acting like a female. But like I say, I do think that the black community should express the way they feel more. But at the same time, I think that it's a fine line. I think that we need to push masculinity more, because it's getting to the point now where if you act like a man, something is wrong with you. But that's all I got to say. I'm out. That's my 2 cents on the video. Peace.